Hey guys, it is currently 4:08 p.m. on the first day of August, which means we're in another month of work in progress videos, and we've just wrapped up July Camp Nano. I did do some writing this morning, but I didn't go ahead and update you before I went to sleep, so I'll do that now. First of all, this month my writing goal is 139,500 words, which means I need to write 4,500 words a day in order to reach that goal by the end of the month, which is 500 more words than I needed to write every day last month. Slowly working my way back up to where I want to be for how many words I write a month, more or less, in increments of 500 to 1,000, depending. But I started working on TGV, it looks like, yes. And I wrote 1,116 words there. Things went very well this morning on that book in particular. Feckenhauer, I got 400 words, which was about 200 more than I was expecting. FTZ, 177. Those were a struggle to gain. Voice of the Wild Places Z, I got 366 there. 222 on Fallen Blues, and 576 on Pittman's Legend King. If I would like to hit 90,000 words on Pittman's Legend King by the end of this month, which 90,000 is about the length of the other two books, so that is the goal for this one as well, I would need to write 2,206 words per day, so I'm going to do my best to aim for that today, but we'll see what happens. It's Thursday, so today at 7, the season finale of one of the shows that or the series finale, actually, of one of the shows that I watch is on tonight at 7, 7 to 8. So during that, hour, I'm probably not going to accomplish anything. So I'm going to see how much I can get done before then, and I'm assuming that series finale is going to wreck my day. So I'm also assuming that I'm not going to accomplish much afterwards. So I'm going to do as much as I can beforehand and see what happens, basically. But before that, I'm going to go ahead and do a couple face care things, and then I'm going to make a light lunch before I get into work here. I just want to make sure that I'm tided over until supper, because the other day I hadn't eaten and I had a bad hot flash, which I think is a reaction to the thyroid medication that I've been on for 2 or 3 weeks at this point. But it made me immediately sick to my stomach, and I felt like I was dying. I was laying on the floor. But I don't want that to happen again, and I'm hoping that if I eat in between me waking up and having supper, that it won't be as big of a deal if it happens again. That's the hope. So I'm going to do both of those things and then get back into work on Pittman's Legend King and go from there. And I will give you guys an update at some point when I have one to give, but until then, I'm just going to do some writing and see what happens. I'm also probably going to start a new book today. That's just a heads up. I normally start a new book at the beginning of a month, even when I try not to, and for the past 4 days, I've had a book idea in my head, and I really want to write it. So it's surprisingly a romance, and I'm only mildly, it has taken a lot of effort to force myself not to start it last month, because I wanted to, but I was like, no, behave yourself, you have enough books this month, let's wait until next month. So I did, and I'm definitely probably starting it today or tomorrow, so I'll also see you when I do that. Hey guys, it is currently 2:14 in the morning on August 2nd, and I just finished exporting a Days Gone video that is now uploading, and in between that I was playing Uncharted, but then my PS4 randomly shut itself off in the middle of that. It did that, and there's still a chance that it corrupted all of my PlayStation data and my extended storage data, so I'm going to go through those and see what I lost, If I lost anything, it was probably Uncharted 4, since that's what I was playing. And in my experience when I was playing Dying Light, and I had to shut off the PS4, I lost all of the data for that game. So we'll see, but I'm going to deal with that, and then I'm finally going to get back into writing. I'm going to jump back into Initiate the Boys where I left off yesterday and see what I can accomplish. I would like to get to editing today, so I'm going to cycle through some stuff, see if I can work my way back around to Pittman's Legend as well, but either way, we'll see what happens. Once I check my data on here, I'm going to turn up the PlayStation and switch to break gaming on the Xbox instead, so hooray for all of that, and I'll see you guys with an update when I have one. Alrighty. It is 8:25 p.m. and I haven't written anything in the 3 hours that I've been awake. I know, off to a great start. But I will say that this morning, as far as I can tell, I didn't lose any data on the PlayStation or my extended storage thing, which is a plus. I still have all of my hours on Uncharted, which is what I'm using to decide or to determine that I haven't lost any data. But until I play more games on there again, I won't know for certain that I haven't lost anything, so we'll see. But outside of that, before I went to sleep, because I didn't show you anything, I wrote 947 words on Initiate the Boys, and 255 on JTS, which brings my total for the day to 1,202 words, which, again, not great. Not up to a good start. Normally the beginning of months are much slower to me, especially the month after a Camp Nano or one of the normal nanos. Especially because I pushed very hard the last like 2 to 3 days of Camp Nano, which has greatly tired out my body, my wrists especially. And then today I've just been very sore, so I haven't actually done any writing. But I do have The Bludgeoning of Caitlin McLeod up at the moment, and I have my notebook for it, and it has been a while since I have written anything down. The last thing I wrote down here was the very opening of the scene that takes place at 9:04 a.m. And since then I have written an entry for 10:21, 10:46, 1:07, 1:30, and 1:45. They are currently still on the 1:45 scene. So while I'm sitting here, I'm going to write stuff down and catch back up on that and hope that that brings about something, some inspiration, some character voices, something. All of my characters have just been very quiet today. They were very quiet this morning. They're very quiet now. So I'm going to go put my compression braces on my knees and then come back in here and take notes, catch up on notes, and then we'll see if we can't get anything written. It's not the end of the world if I don't meet the 4.5 thousand goal by the end of the day. It's not the end of the world if I don't get around to editing by the end of the day. It just pushes me back a day, which isn't terrible. I have a little bit to catch up, so hooray for all of that. And hopefully I'll see you before midnight with another update that's actually more successful. Hey guys, it is currently 3:49 in the morning on August 3rd, and I'll run through everything that I've done so far this morning, which isn't a ton, but it's definitely a million times better than I started out with yesterday. So, Books and Badges, the new book that I started yesterday, I wrote 1,231 words there. Things were going well. I finished the first chapter. And then I moved on to Stuff and Things, and I got 1,806 words there. For today, that was all attributed to the Untitled Mysteries count, because that's the only thing I was working on for that. And so far written, that is 3,037 words, which is also a plus. And then I just edited chapters 2 and 3 of Man of Darkness, which ended up being 3,782 words. And that would be for edit 5. So at this point, I'm going to take a break. Although before I do that, I need to film a Man of Darkness series video before I can actually take that break. But I have about another hour before I can eat or drink anything, and I'm absolutely starving, so I'm doing anything that I can to keep my mind off of it. which has both helped and hindered my writing. The first part of the morning when I was writing instead of editing, it wasn't too bad. But while I was editing, I got very, very hungry, and I think the only thing that kept me going was the fact that I was editing, so I was reading out loud, which I normally don't do for my edits, but I was for this, because I think reading out loud and talking helped keep my brain focused on something else entirely, if nothing else. But again, I need to film a Man of Darkness video, and then I'm going to take a break, and that break for me is going to encompass face care. I'm going to exfoliate and put on a face mask and so on and so forth, and then I'll come back to writing. And when I come back to writing, I'll start with TGV and go from there. But either way, I will update you guys when I have something to update you on. Hey guys, it is currently 2:35 in the morning on August 4th, and I haven't done any writing yet this morning. Yesterday I went to bed sometime between like 10 and 11 in the morning, and then I woke up around 2:30, and then Mom and I went out and went shopping. I'm tired from being out and walking around all day, and my knees are a little tired. One of them is in a brace, and the other one I'm too lazy to put a brace on just yet. But I did get some more note cards and sticky notes and a whole bunch of other book stuff, which is always a plus. But I do plan on getting some writing done eventually, although sitting down is kind of a pain at the moment. I am sitting as I'm filming this, but when I'm sitting down I do have noticeable pain in my ribcage area-ish, give or take. The like bottom-most ribs, which I'm mostly used to. It happens every once in a while, but it doesn't make it less annoying, to say the least. But when I do get back to writing, I'm going to continue with Pittman's Legend King and go from there. I would love to finish this book this month and then move on to book 4 next month, but we'll see how things go. Again, that's writing over 2,000 words a day if I were working on it every single day in order to get to the 90,000-ish words that I would need to have it complete by the end of the month. So we'll see how that goes. But my other plan for the day is mostly editing videos. It's a Sunday, it's a weekend, I tend to write slower on the weekends. Yesterday was a pretty big anomaly compared to what I normally write on the weekends, but I'm very happy with myself for how much work I put in yesterday. So it's okay if I don't write, 4.5 thousand words today. I can always make up for it throughout the rest of the month. But I do have the Camp Nano videos to edit. I have all of the June work in progress videos to edit. I have another Man of Darkness video I want to get out this month. I want to get out another Lost City of Z research video this month, and I have a Cut to the Kill drawing video that I want to get out this month that I recorded before my tablet just like stopped working for the drawing app. And those are just clips from the drawing app, and then I still have to do the voiceover for it. But I would like to start editing those, and in order to start editing them I still need to upload the videos from my iPad to Google Photos so I can download them from Google Photos to my tablet so I can edit them on the app on there. So that's the game plan. I'm going to see how many videos I can edit today and still get at least some writing done. But to start things out, I think I'm going to, I don't know if I'm going to take a nap, but I think I'm going to lay down instead of sitting up, because it doesn't hurt quite as bad if I'm standing or quite as bad when I'm laying down. But if laying down helps, I'll do that for a little bit, and then if nothing else I'll stand up and game, and then occasionally like squat down or something for like 5 minutes and do some typing and then stand up again. But either way, I don't expect today to be super high in progress or anything, and again, that's okay. I have an entire month to get to my word count goal, and I have an entire month to achieve the goals that I want to reach, or reach the goals that I want to achieve, or something. But either way, those are the plans. a little bit of writing. I would love to get some editing done, but it's not entirely necessary. I have time. I'm still on track for an October 29th release. With basically no issue at this point, as long as the other edits go smoothly. And they should. I worked out the math last night or the night before, and even if each edit takes me exactly a week, and I take exactly a week break in between them, I still have like a month of time in between, so I have time, which is great. So I am going to again start with laying down and see if that helps any, and then we'll go from there. But I'm primarily going to be editing videos, and then I'll write in between that once the videos are exported. And I don't promise a ton of updates tonight, but I will give you at least one before I go to sleep.